A successful man seemed to have everything in the world: money, fame, and happiness. However, after a trip, he lost everything. What happened to the man? He went back in time a few days. Kang Gu-huin was a famous TV host who also achieved considerable success in business. He had a happy family with his wife and son. During an interview, the main MC was Gu-huin's wife, who asked him if he wanted to enter politics. Gu-huin nodded in agreement. He refused, saying he wanted to spend more time taking care of his family. His wife seemed extremely pleased. Gu-huin wanted to take his wife and children on a trip to the countryside, ignoring his secretary's reminder that he had an important meeting that day. However, Gu-huin didn't pay attention. However, this trip turned out to be a tragedy that Gu-huin could never forget. That evening, when he returned from hunting, he discovered the guest house was engulfed in flames. Gu-huin rushed in to find his wife and children but couldn't find anyone. Afterwards, he went out to seek help. However, this was a remote mountainous area. Gu-huin walked until his legs ached but couldn't find anyone. Helplessly, he collapsed onto the road. Luckily, a car passed by. The driver got out and called for an ambulance for Gu-hui. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. It seemed that while hunting, Gu-hui had encountered a wild animal. His body was covered in wounds and he was also poisoned by a snake bite. Doctors tried their best to save him, but Gu-hui still didn't regain consciousness. Outside the hospital, police arrived to take over the case. Local police accompanied Gu-huin in the ambulance and recorded his words. When he was unconscious after seeing the photo found on Gu-hui's body, the police realized he was a celebrity, so they couldn't investigate the case superficially. On the other hand, Police Officer Go went to his ex-wife's house to take his daughter out to play. He only got to see her once a month. Police Officer Go wanted to reconcile with his ex-wife, but she absolutely refused, so he had to use his daughter as an ally. The two of them got in the car to go out. However, after only a short distance, Police Officer Go received a call from the bald captain. He deliberately didn't answer, but the bald captain kept calling. Police Officer Go was forced to answer the phone. Captain Ho demanded that he immediately return to Seoul for an important assignment. But for a police officer nearing retirement, family was more important to Officer Go. He pretended to be investigating another case and hung up on Captain Ho. On the other end, Captain Ho was furious. Suddenly, a subordinate ran up to report that Gin had just woken up. The whole team immediately went to the hospital room to visit him and investigate what had happened. The doctors were helpless because Gin refused to be admitted treatment that wants to report the case. However, he still can't open his mouth to speak. Gu-huin uses his hand to hide his thoughts. The police realize he wants to type and immediately bring a computer. Gu-huin uses all his strength to type on the keyboard. The story begins when Gu-huin takes his wife and children on a mountain picnic. The photo the police found on Gu-huin's person was also taken during the trip. However, the family's journey was not smooth. Suddenly, it started raining heavily. Gu-huin drove his wife and children to a guest house on an unnamed mountain, the place where the couple first dated. Gu-hui's hobby is exploring remote and wild places. The whole family went into the rain shelter guest house. The guest house owner warmly welcomed them. Gu-hui discovered that the place had changed owners. Opposite them were two strange guests who seemed to be hunters. One of them secretly glanced at Gu-hui's wife, making her feel uncomfortable and want to leave as soon as the rain stopped. Gu-hui thought his wife was too sensitive, so he didn't pay much attention to his son. The two of them happily walked around the room because there were many strange creatures there. The boy was later seen driving away by the two hunters, which relieved Gu-hui's wife somewhat, but she discovered that her son was nowhere to be seen. Just moments ago, the boy was playing outside in the rain, but as soon as the two hunters left, he disappeared. Gu-hui began to feel worried and hurriedly went with his wife to look for their son. The guesthouse owner came out and reminded them to pay first before leaving. Gu-hui helped his wife into the car and waited while he went deeper into the forest to find his son. Suddenly, Gu-hui heard gunshots and ran in that direction. While checking, he accidentally bumped into the guesthouse owner. Gu-huin said that there was no one in that direction. Both of them returned to Gu-huin and discovered that his wife had also disappeared. It turned out she had only gone to get an umbrella. Both wanted to call the police, but there was no signal. The guesthouse owner told Gu-huin and his wife that they had to drive away from there for about 10 minutes before the phone would get a signal. Gu-huin immediately took his wife with him. After driving for a while, He remembered the two strange hunters who had just left. At the same time, Ji Yu-hin's son was playing outside, and he also heard gunshots in the forest. Ji Yu-hin wanted to go back and ask the owner. The guesthouse owner asked a question, but the owner said that besides Hui's family, no other guests had been there for 3 days. The table was also covered in dust. Hui felt extremely confused. He ran outside to continue searching and accidentally discovered 2 more houses that had appeared. When he got there, the guest house was the only one. Hui went to the newly appeared house to investigate, but the guest house owner ran after him to stop him because it was a haunted house. Anyone who went inside would choke to death. Hui had to turn his car around, but as soon as he stepped out of the door, the innkeeper quickly closed the door. Then Ji Yu-hin returned to the car but didn't see his wife there. Suddenly, an arrow was shot at him. Ji Yu-hin shouted loudly, signaling that someone was there, but the other side continued shooting arrows. He was forced to hide in the car. Ji Yu-hin continued honking the horn to signal the innkeeper to come out and see what was happening. Ji Yu-hin immediately pulled him into the car. He thought everything was orchestrated by the innkeeper. Ji Yu-hin dragged him into the house and questioned him. He clearly saw 2 hunters, but the innkeeper said there weren't any. Moreover, there are also many strange animals being kept. If it's not hunters, then who is the one catching them? Ji Yu-hin grabbed a shovel and honestly answered. He hit him once as a warning, making the innkeeper extremely frightened. He broke the rope, rushed in, pushed Ji Yu-hin down, and then picked up the shovel and hit him until Ji Yu-hin regained consciousness and found himself tied up. He begged the innkeeper to let him go find his wife and children. The innkeeper looked at Ji Yu-hin in confusion. Just now he wanted to find 2 hunters, and now he wants to find his wife and children, but there's no one who followed him here. The guesthouse owner thought Ji Yu-hin was suffering from delusions and wanted to hit him again to make him sober up. Ji Yu-hin also felt confused. In the story that just happened, what was the truth? At that moment, the guesthouse owner took out his phone to call the police to take Ji Yu-hin away to a psychiatric hospital. Unexpectedly, the landline phone was still working. Ji Yu-hin wanted to talk to the police. The guesthouse owner handed the phone to Ji Yu-hin. He begged the police to help him find his wife and children. This phone number doesn't exist. It turned out that the guesthouse owner had been teasing him all along. Joking with Hui, he smashed his phone and went crazy, shouting, "Keep calling the police." Unexpectedly, the motel owner was a psychopath. He cruelly tormented Hui, forcing him to participate in a life-or-death game. The motel owner had kidnapped Hui's wife and child and hidden them in 2 different places. He gave Hui a map, and from now on, Hui's wife and child would be his prey. He could only choose to save one of the 2. The motel owner and 2 hunters would then proceed with a hunt, and either Hui's wife or child would become a specimen in their collection. "If you dare report to the police, both of us will lose our mother," Ji Yu-hin said angrily. "Who told you to do these things?" The motel owner asked back. Ji Yu-hin didn't recognize him. Why? He cut one side of the rope and gave Ji Yu-hin a stab in the thigh so he could cut the other side himself. The motel owner declared the hunt had begun. Ji Yu-hin left the motel and ran into the deep forest hoping to rescue his wife and children. Back in reality, the police officer wearing glasses, Nam's son, was printing the statement that Ji Yu-hin had typed. Feeling there were many strange details, Nam's son made a phone call. Police officer Go was informed and asked for his assistance in solving the Hock Bua case. At that time, police officer Go was still out with his daughter, but when he heard about a missing child, he immediately read the report that Nam's son sent. Unexpectedly, police officer Go received a call from Nam's son. He asked him what he thought about the outlandish details in the report. Police officer Go speculated that Ji Yu-hin had a history of mental illness or delusional disorder. He asked Nam's son to go to the hospital to confirm. After that, police officer Go sent his child to someone else to take home and then drove off to investigate the case. He called to inquire about the situation. The bald police captain was having people search all over the mountain but still hadn't found any trace of Ji Yu-hin's wife and children. Police officer Go suggested asking for help from a local people, as they were more familiar with the mountain terrain than the police. Also, if someone went up the mountain to gather herbs, they might discover something unusual. The bald captain immediately sent people to follow police officer Go's advice. Then police officer Go called Nam's son. He was waiting for Ji Yu-hin to continue writing the case report when he received the call from police officer Go. Nam's son went outside to answer the phone. Officer Go asked him to get Ji Yu-hin's phone to prepare to carry out a plan. Later, Officer Go went to Ji Huin's house disguised as a delivery person to break into the house. Investigator Nam Sun used Ji Huin's phone to call the security guard to confirm, helping Officer Go successfully get through the door. The reason Officer Go had to carry out this plan was because he didn't want anyone to know that Ji Huin's family was in trouble. If reporters came to the scene and caused a disturbance, it would be detrimental to the police's search. After entering Ji Huin's house, Officer Go walked around to look. At the same time, he also asked Nam Sun to check Ji Hui's call history. While Nam Sun was checking the call history, Ji Hui's phone suddenly rang. Nam Sun didn't know what to do, so he answered. The secretary realized it wasn't Ji Hui's voice and asked what had happened to him. Nam Sun told the secretary that Ji Hui was in the hospital. The secretary immediately drove there to check. When she arrived, Ji Hui was causing a commotion, demanding to see his wife and children. The secretary went over, hugged Ji Hui, and comforted him, helping him calm down. Afterwards, Ji Hui also fell asleep from exhaustion. Nam Sun felt reassured and continued working on the investigation into Gu Hui's relationship. He accidentally read an online article related to Secretary Kim. Nam Sun decided to investigate her, but before he could even speak, Secretary Kim tried to avoid him. Nam Sun felt there was something unusual about her, so he went up to the rooftop to observe her. He saw Secretary Kim talking to a mysterious man. Nam Sun carefully took photos, then called the police to report it. He called the senior officer, Nam Sun, who greatly respected Officer Go, told Nam Sun that he was on his way to the hospital and that they could discuss whatever the matter was when they met. But this was the last conversation between the two. Just as Officer Go arrived at the hospital grounds, someone suddenly fell from a high floor. It was none other than Nam Sun, the mysterious man who had pushed him from the rooftop. Officer Go panicked and called for emergency services. The phone was still on the rooftop, and Nam Sun's investigation notebook had fallen nearby. Inside were the clues he had left for Officer Go. When Nam Sun was taken to the emergency room, the doctors announced that he could not be saved. Police Officer Go was extremely saddened by his junior's passing. He remembered the last phone call with Nam Sun and knew something was definitely wrong. Police Officer Go decided to investigate the truth. He ran to the security room. However, the camera in the hallway on the rooftop was turned off at that moment. Police Officer Go was forced to go to the scene himself. On the rooftop, the police found a cigarette butt and a long metal rod, which they considered the murder weapon because they had bloodstains on them. However, the bald captain wants to quickly conclude the case by concluding that Nam Sun committed suicide. Officer Go is extremely dissatisfied. After all, he was a colleague, and they can't let Nam Sun die meaninglessly like that. Moreover, there are many suspicious points in this case. There's no way the security camera on the rooftop would be broken at the same time Nam Sun quit smoking. So whose cigarette butt was found? The bald captain and Officer Go are at odds. One side has to obey orders from above. They can't let the case of a celebrity like Ji Hui be exposed because it will cause problems. Great impact on society. One side absolutely refuses to let go of the death of their colleague. If the bald captain doesn't allow the investigation, Officer Go will do it himself, but first, a funeral must be held for Nam Sun. During the funeral, the bald captain reminded Officer Go, according to Ji Huin's account of the case, that if the hunters knew the police were involved, they would immediately kill Ji Huin's wife and children. The superior officer ordered the police to keep quiet about Nam Sun's case to protect the safety of the hostages. Later, the bald captain introduced Officer Go to a colleague, Officer Nyo. The talented police officer Son Jun Seozong is also a criminal psychology expert. This time she will cooperate in Ji Hui's case. Officer Go didn't care about the greetings and directly left for another place. The important thing for him now is to find the person who harmed Nam Sun. Then Officer Go went to Nam Sun's house to ask the father not to cremate the body yet so that he could take it for forensic examination. Now the father is grieving and cannot care much, regardless of what the police want to do. Officer Go is extremely distressed, even though he wants Nam Sun to be able to leave unharmed. But to find the cause of the crime, the police officer Go had to bring the body to the autopsy room. The female forensic doctor told him that the victim was struck by a blow, but there were no signs of resistance. Moreover, the blow was placed at the same location as the point of impact when falling, causing a duplicate wound. An inexperienced forensic doctor would not be able to perfectly detect it. The other wounds on the victim's body were fabricated as a self-inflicted injury. It's not worth mentioning. After hearing the forensic analysis, with his years of experience, The police officer Go secretly understood that the killer must be is a new professional slayer who can act so accurately. It seems everything started with Ji Yu Hui's case. Police officer Go decided to visit him at the hospital. It turned out they knew each other. Ji Yu Hui appeared to be a successful businessman, but in Officer Go's eyes, he was just a criminal who escaped justice, nothing more, nothing less. Perhaps because of past mistakes, Ji Yu Hui is now lying here unexpectedly. Seo Zong walked over and greeted Officer Go again, but he still didn't pay attention. Seo Zong, the analysis of Nam Sun's case and Ji Yu Huin's accident shows they are related. Police Officer Go wants to solve Nam Sun's case and should cooperate with her, but Officer Go tells Seo Dong to just do his job well and not try to be friendly with him. After saying that, Officer Go leaves the hospital room. Seo Dong begins taking Ji Yu Huin's statement. The story of the hunting trip continues after Ji Yu Huin goes into the forest. The owner of the guest house calls the hunter to announce the start of the hunt. However, Ji Yu Huin secretly returns to the guest house, climbs over the second floor railing, and breaks in. Inside the house, the guest house owner was on the phone with his superior, being urged to handle the situation quickly, which made him extremely angry. Suddenly, an alarm sounded. The guest house owner was about to go out to check when Ji Yu Hui, who was hiding nearby, ambushed him. After a struggle, Ji Yu Hui took out a knife and returned it to the guest house owner with one stab. Then he tied him up. Ji Yu Hui asked the guest house owner again, "Who are you? I remember you've never appeared in my memory, yet you act like you know Ji Yu Hui so well." The guest house owner laughed sarcastically. "I know Ji Yu Hui from television. He's a fan of mine." The innkeeper threatened Ji Yu Hui's wife and children, saying that if he didn't hurry, they would be killed by the hunter. Ji Yu Hui, enraged, found a large knife and directly slashed the innkeeper's leg. He dared to slash someone, but Ji Yu Hui wasn't a pushover either. Faced with the sight of his body being torn into pieces, the innkeeper began to panic. Ji Yu Hui taught him how to shield himself from others with an extremely calm attitude. The roles of hunter and prey had been reversed. Ji Yu Hui's eyes were now no different from those of a scrutinizing killer. As soon as he saw Ji Yu Hui raise his knife, the innkeeper he urgently begged him to honestly answer all the questions Ji Yu Hui asked. Who was the one who ordered them? The innkeeper only knew that it was one of the hunters. Besides that, there was no other information. Suddenly, the walkie-talkie rang. Ji Yu Hui ordered the innkeeper to answer according to what he had written on the paper. He was forced to listen. Based on that, Ji Yu Hui knew that his wife and children were still safe. Ji Yu Hui continued to give hints, leading the hunters to his location, which was Point A, where Ji Yu Hui's wife was being held captive. Then Ji Yu Hui picked up his gun. The main character returns to reality. Seo Dong approaches Officer Go again to talk to him. Based on his ability to analyze criminal psychology, Seo Dong confidently believes he can help Officer Go solve the case of Nam Sun. It sounds reasonable, so Officer Go agrees to cooperate. The two go for coffee together to solve Nam Sun's case. They must start with the case of Ji Yu Hui Salo. Seo Dong tells Officer Go that it might also be related to an unsolved serial murder case. The criminal isn't one person, but a group of people called hunters. However, they usually hunt individually. The crime scene was in remote mountainous areas. The weapons were handguns or rifles. The characteristics of this criminal group are that they are people with high self-esteem and possessiveness, and tend to be extremely antisocial. Based on Ji Yu Hui Seo Dong's case report, many similarities were found. At this point, Police Officer Go pointed out shortcomings in Seo Dong's analysis. If the perpetrator of the case was really a hunter organization, why didn't they target Ji Yu Hui? Furthermore, Nam Sun's case also has no common points. What is the reason Nam Sun must be? Seo Dong cannot explain. Don't think every case is a serial killer. In his 5 years as a police officer, he'd encountered all kinds of people. Seo Dong, who had just achieved some success, couldn't argue and could only stand still. Watching the police officer leave and return to his hunting trip, he didn't expect Ji Yu Hui to be using a trick. He didn't go to his wife but to find his son. However, a hunter guarding the place shot Ji Yu Hui a few times and then called his teammates for backup. The hunter discovered Ji Yu Hui carrying a crossbow and called the innkeeper to check, but he heard a sound. The walkie-talkie was nearby. The hunter cautiously approached to examine it and discovered that Ji Yu Hui had thrown it on the ground. The hunter was lured into a trap. Ji Yu Hui immediately shot him with an arrow. He dropped his crossbow and rushed to attack. The hunter pulled out the arrow and used a knife to fight. Ji Hui snatched the rifle and shot him dead. After that, he picked up his crossbow again and ran to rescue his son. Suddenly, a snake slithered over the boy's head. Ji Hui made a noise to scare the snake away and shot it with his crossbow. Ji Hui ran to untie his son, but unfortunately, the snake was still alive and bit his leg. He was scared and crawled away. He asked about his wife's whereabouts, but his son didn't know either. He had to take the boy to a safe place before he could confidently go look for his wife. Before leaving, Hui instructed his son, "If there is danger, honk the horn to signal. I'll give the boy a superhero toy. It will stay here to protect him." After finishing his task, Hui continued on his way. Unexpectedly, as soon as he left, the remaining hunter came looking for his son. Hui quickly hid carefully. The hunter searched around the boy. Taking advantage of the opportunity, he ran to where he had honked the horn. Hearing the car horn, Hui immediately turned back, but unable to find his son, the hunter appeared with a gun and attacked Ji Hui. He retaliated with his crossbow, but it wasn't enough to inflict serious damage. Ji Hui was forced to flee. The hunter, knowing his hiding place, kept shooting, but seeing no reaction from Ji Hui, he approached to check. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Ji Hui fired his crossbow at close range, hitting the hunter and causing him to fall. Ji Hui continued searching for his son, but unexpectedly, the hunter was only pretending to be unconscious. He had already put on a bulletproof vest. The hunter lunged at Ji Hui. He tried to fight back, but he was no match for him. After knocking down Ji Hui, the hunter began to question why he went to save his son instead of his wife. The boy wasn't his biological son. Ji Hui didn't expect that the secret only he and his wife knew had been discovered by someone else. Ji Hui didn't want to answer the hunter, so he didn't have to answer anymore. That's also why Ji Hui had to use a computer to type up the report. The hunter told Ji Hui he would make the game more interesting, then left Ji Hui behind. Returning to reality, the police were met by a local resident. The guide led to the scene of the shooting and also discovered the decomposing body of the hunter. Someone intentionally mutilated his fingers to prevent the police from using fingerprints to identify him. It will take a lot of time to find the victim's true identity. Based on the report that Ji Hui wrote, the police can deduce that this is one of the two hunters that Ji Hui killed. At this time, someone came to see the bald captain. He is the director of the top 3 most successful young entrepreneurs in South Korea and also an investor. Director Hong, from Gu Huin's company, requested to meet Ji Huin. He didn't know who leaked the information, but he knew the police were hiding Ji Huin in the hospital. However, when Director Hong arrived, Ji Huin was having a psychotic episode, and the doctors had to give him a sedative to put him to sleep. The director couldn't bear it and had to wait for Ji Huin to wake up. He then met privately with Ji Huin's secretary. It turned out she was the one who reported the information. The bald captain, observing the two, noticed something suspicious. Suddenly, the police arrived. He was also watching Secretary Kim. As soon as Director Hong left, the secretary also drove after Officer Go, immediately following him. Unexpectedly, Secretary Kim went to Ji Hui's house. Luckily, during the previous break-in, Officer Go had conveniently installed a hidden camera inside the house. Through observation, he discovered Secretary Kim taking something from the iron bars. When she was about to drive away, Officer Go suddenly stopped her. He ordered Secretary Kim out of the car. Officer Go searched her and found a phone on her person. Secretary Kim was taken to the police station for investigation. In the interrogation room, Officer Go brought up the issue of discovering the company's business dealings. Secretary Kim was in charge of Ji Hui. Ji Hui only used his fame to promote the company's image. All the books were in Secretary Kim's hands, but when searching Ji Hui's house last time, Officer Go found an accounting ledger with some parts highlighted in red. It seems Ji Hui discovered something and hid the ledger in his house. Regarding the phone, it was a black phone used to contact a single number. The police also confirmed that the number was registered by a homeless person. Officer Go suspected that the secretary also had a phone in her possession. Black, she used it to communicate privately with Ji Huin, possibly exchanging information about work or personal matters. The secretary often has ulterior motives towards her boss. The third clue that Officer Go gave was Nam Sun's notebook, in which there was a statement recorded by Secretary Kim. The people who harm others are the victims, not the victims. Officer Go wondered, what does this statement mean? Secretary Kim emphasized the word victim. Did Ji Huin's family all die? She still didn't answer. Officer Go was forced to bring up the final clue at the time of the incident. In Nam Sun's case, all the cameras in the hospital were turned off. However, in the ward for the elderly, the family had installed a separate camera for easier monitoring. Unexpectedly, it recorded the perpetrator leaving the scene. Coincidentally, he was the secretary Nam Sun had photographed outside the hospital. However, unexpectedly, before working as a secretary, she was also a reporter. She understood that everything Officer Go presented was just speculation and indirect evidence, making it impossible to convict Secretary Kim. Lawyer Kim also came to bail her out. Secretary Kim calmly left the room. Police Officer Go promises to arrest her again. Then, Police Officer Go asks the bald captain to send someone to monitor Secretary Kim. According to Sedong's observation, Secretary Kim is a dangerous person. Throughout the interrogation, her expression didn't change at all. She looked more like a robot than a human. There's definitely a terrible secret behind Secretary Kim. The bald captain tells everyone to act carefully. Then, Police Officer Go and Seo Dong go to meet Director Hong at his company. Seo Dong accidentally discovers a bodyguard who looks suspicious, but he left too quickly. She couldn't catch him. Both were invited into the director's office, but after a while of probing, he didn't reveal any weaknesses. Suddenly, the phone rang. Director Hong had to answer it, but he waited the whole time without picking up, saying it was a wrong number. Seo Dong pulled Officer Go aside and excused herself. The director didn't call her back. It seemed he recognized Seo Dong. She denied it and immediately left. Seo Dong then told Officer Go about the phone call. The director's phone was used by Seo Rong to call the director. The director was the one holding the other black phone. Police speculation by Go Daxa. It's not the secretary having an affair with Ji Huin, but possibly the director having an affair with Ji Huin's wife. Unfortunately, the director also discovered Seo Rong was holding the black phone. Her plan was seen through. The director not only smiled after going down to the parking garage. Seo once again confirmed that the case was related to a serial killer organization because she saw the security guard's characteristics similar to the police hunter. She reproached Seo Dong for only telling her now. She didn't want to stir up trouble yet because she still suspected that the director wasn't the leader of the first hunter organization. He had enough power and money to become a leader and help the organization cover up its crimes, which is why they haven't been caught yet. Secondly, the director's bodyguard is also a member of the hunter organization. Finally, there's the case of Ji Huin and the secret behind the affair between the director and his wife, Ji Huin. All of this needs to be investigated and clarified. First, Seo Zong needs to confirm something. She sent a picture of the security guard to someone. Then she and Officer Go set off to return. Seo Zong answers Officer Go's previous question. Why did the hunter let Ji Huin live? She asks in return, why do hunters want to hunt even after they've eaten their fill? They don't simply want to kill, but want to witness the agonizing pain of animals, and the same goes for humans. Perhaps Director Hong wants to see Ji Huin suffer and be tormented. On the other side, the bald captain receives a message from Sedong containing a picture of the security guard. The guard asks him to confirm with Ji Hui, but unexpectedly, when he looked at the photo, his expression immediately changed. He confirmed that it was the hunter he had met before. Later, the bald captain received more news. The police had just found a body. Children on the mountain heard the news. Ji Hui was extremely distressed. He cried out in despair. That evening, police officers Go and Seo Rong went up the mountain. The victim had just been found, brutally murdered. A shotgun blast had ripped half of his face, and his remaining eye couldn't close. After being shot, the victim still had some consciousness. The perpetrator directly attacked the mother so that the victim could feel the pain of having all 10 fingers broken, causing this to a child. This is the action of MMA, not a human being. Suddenly, there was the sound of an ambulance outside. The bald captain brought Ji Hui in to confirm if it was his son. This is a procedure that the police are required to follow. Officer Go went to remind Ji Hui to prepare himself mentally. If he collapses, this case will be considered over. Ji Hui must be strong to make the criminal pay the price. Then Officer Go gave Ji Hin a cane so he could walk on his own 2 feet next to his son's body. Ji Hin couldn't scream. He could only grieve and shed tears. On the other side, Officer Go and Sedong told the bald captain about their discovery of the mass murder case. Both asked the captain to start an investigation starting with Director Hong. However, What Seo Dong said was baseless, and Director Hong was an influential person, so they couldn't just investigate him like that. Officer Go also helped Seo Dong persuade him, but the captain, the bald man, didn't listen, stood up and left. On the other side, Director H heard the news about finding Ji Yu Hui's son's body on the mountain. Knowing how cruelly the boy had been murdered, Director H became furious and beat up the security guard. He should have just shot him and been done with it. Then Director H locked the security guard in the secret basement and injected him with a strange drug. At this time, Seo Dong and the police arrived at the guest house to investigate. The place had been completely burned down. According to the statements of the local residents, the guest house had been closed for quite a long time but reopened on the very day Ji Yu Hui was murdered. Taking his wife and children up the mountain to the village, the owner of the guest house also changed constantly, making it impossible to confirm who the real owner was. Seo Rang and police officer Gu went inside. She remembered a detail in Ji Yu Hui's report mentioning a hunting ground where, after killing prey, hunters would try to erase the traces to wait for the next prey. It's possible this guest house was burned down by the hunting organization to cover up clues. Both went outside to continue searching. Unexpectedly, police officer Gu saw movement in the bushes. He suspected it was someone from the hunting organization coming to deal with the situation. The police investigated. He immediately picked up a branch to defend himself. The person in the bushes also rushed out. Unexpectedly, it was a junior in his team. He was looking for a shortcut to get to the guest house when he encountered two dark figures, so he hid in the bushes to observe. It turned out to be Officer Go and Seo Dong. However, Officer Go discovered there was still another person. He bared his teeth, drew his gun, and ran in the direction he intended to catch a stalker. Officer Go recognized him and dragged him to the cafe to talk. He asked the journalist what he knew and requested. Police officer Go offered a reasonable price. He also knew how the journalist worked and promised him the latest news on the case. The journalist then accepted the compromise. He recounted that he was editing a report about people who lost at gambling and went to the mountains to reflect or disappeared. By chance, the journalist discovered a commonality among them. They had all stayed at the guest house where the crime occurred. The journalist revealed a shocking secret. They were all strangled. Seo Dong was surprised. Why did the journalist know about that? NGA, sitting next to him, continued, saying she was a waitress at the cafe and had met the motel owner once. He was sitting with two men who had lost money gambling and owed him money. The motel owner showed them how to earn money to pay off their debts. Nga Din sat there watching, but the motel owner chased her away. However, during a coffee delivery to the motel, Nga accidentally discovered it was a disguised gambling den. The motel owner, seeing Nga, angrily told her to leave immediately. The person who ordered the coffee said that Nga didn't understand Korean and that she should stay there. It's okay. An old man speaking Russian told her to leave immediately before being strangled. The Russian girl started to tremble with fear, then quickly got in her car and drove back in the rain. Returning to reality, the Russian girl was still trembling with fear. However, she was an illegal immigrant, so she didn't dare go to the police. Most of the gamblers who lost have no relatives, so when they go missing, no one reports it to the police. The Russian girl told everyone that they were human traffickers. Based on their eyes, she could guess that because human traffickers are rampant in Russia, the Russian girl had to flee to a foreign land, another peaceful country. But South Korea is not a peaceful place either. She will be going to Vietnam soon. At that time, the Russian girl took out a picture of someone who appeared at the guest house. That day, because this was a famous person, she quickly recognized that person as Director Hong. Seo Dong's speculation gradually went in the right direction. On the other side, Director Hong was meeting with some rich people. Their hobby was hunting people. Based on the picture that Director Hong didn't hang on the wall, the rich woman immediately speculated that this time the prey would be a woman. Director Hong announced that he wanted to expand. The scope of the previous hunting expeditions required them to act stealthily like criminals. This time, they had to make the whole country aware of it. Suddenly, a ball flew into the head of the director. The person who arrived was a rather young man. However, as soon as he saw him, the director immediately tucked his tail like a dog and crawled under the young man's thick heels. He was the supreme leader of the hunting organization, known to everyone as the Young Commander. The Young Commander reprimanded the director for letting the police discover his actions. The director didn't dare breathe heavily. An old man came to speak up for him. "We have had someone handle everything properly. Only then will the commander forgive Director Hong." He ordered everyone to plan the next hunting trip and leave. At this time, Police Officer Go and Song were on their way back when they suddenly received a call informing them that Ji Huin had disappeared. Previously, Ji Huin had invited a pastor from the church he usually went to pray. Unexpectedly, Ji Huin spoke again and could even walk normally with a cane. He wanted to go to the restroom by himself. The police intended to follow him, but the pastor stopped them. The pastor would go with Ji Huin. Through security cameras, the police discovered that the pastor would go with Ji Huin. After the two went to the restroom, Ji Huin tied up the pastor, then changed clothes and took his car keys. Police Officer Go suggested checking Ji Huin's search history to see where he planned to go and what he was doing. Unexpectedly, Ji Huin was searching for Director Hong's schedule. Now that he was about to attend the Holy Fashion Week, perhaps Ji Huin had discovered the truth and wanted to find Director Hong to settle the score. Police Officer Go had someone locate the car and then turned around to look for Ji Huin. He drove to the Fashion Week and saw Ji Huin recklessly driving across the road, rushed towards Director Hong but was blocked by a whole group of police officers. Police Officer Go couldn't let Ji Hui do something crazy. He drove his car to block Ji Hui's path so that Director Hong wouldn't notice. Police Officer Go, wearing sunglasses, got out of the car. He wanted to advise Ji Hui not to act rashly. Director Hong would definitely be punished, but not in this way. Ji Hui stubbornly refused to listen and even took the police officer's handcuffs. Police Officer Go had to take Ji Hui to the hospital and handcuff him so he couldn't run around. Police Officer Go accused Ji Hui of murdering a hunter on the mountain and attacking a police officer. The attempted murder forced him to be temporarily detained and undergo police investigation. Now, the police want to hear details that Gu Hui didn't mention in his statement. Gu Hui seems uninterested. Police Officer Go sneers, "You're really good at amnesia, aren't you?" Gu Hui is surprised by Police Officer Go's question. "Who are you?" Police Officer Go begins to recount how 5 years ago, he and the bald captain were tracking a drug dealer. The people he was dealing with were a group of wealthy young men, including young Master So-I. As soon as the drug dealer delivered the goods, the police Go immediately raided the place and caught him red-handed. He thought that a police officer couldn't do anything, so he intended to eliminate the police officer. Go didn't expect that the waitresses were all undercover police officers working in the anti-drug squad. They quickly brought the situation under control and arrested the entire group of wealthy young men. However, after only 2 hours, Officer Go received a call from the ball team leader demanding the release of all those arrested because one of them had influence that even reached the police chief. Officer Go was extremely angry but couldn't do anything. What can be done? Things didn't stop there. When Officer Go went to see his wife and children, a car suddenly sped towards him and hit his son, causing the boy to die on the spot. The driver who caused the accident was the young marshal, who smiled triumphantly, having taken revenge on Officer Go. After arranging the funeral for his son, Officer Go was determined to find the culprit and make him pay for his crime. Officer Go frantically investigated, but found no clues. The car that caused the accident used a fake license plate, and the traffic surveillance camera at the scene also. Someone erased the black box. While the police were helpless and about to give up, someone unexpectedly came and brought the car's black box to the station to report. Through the black box, the police identified the culprit. Unexpectedly, it was the young marshal he had arrested before. But just as they found the real culprit, another person came to the police station to confess to the crime on behalf of the young marshal. Police Officer Go refused to accept reality and went to the young marshal's house. The bodyguards tried to stop the police officer, but he still managed to break in. Inside, it turned out that the young general was the minister's grandson, so he dared to act rashly and obstruct the minister, who was also an old man who knew his grandson had committed heinous crimes but still tried to cover for him. The minister's grandson was a precious gem, while the police officer's son was nothing. The minister ordered his men to drag the police officer out and beat him to death. Then the bodyguards gave the police officer's colleagues black cards to pay for his medical expenses. After the police officer returned from the hospital, his wife informed him he will take his daughter to her parents' house. She can't face her husband anymore because the police officer looks too much like her deceased son. The more he looks at his wife, the more sorrowful he feels. The police officer doesn't try to stop his wife. He even wants to make the young commander pay the price. If his wife and child stay with him, it will be very dangerous. Letting them go is the safest option. Later, the police officer accidentally sees Ji Huin working as an MC on a television program discussing issues related to democracy. He wants to use the power of the media to denounce the crimes of those in power. Ji-yu should go and meet Ji-yu Hui. However, he told Officer Go that this case was unwinnable. Officer Go knelt down and begged Ji-yu Hui to do everything he could to help him. But he just left. Officer Go could only force a smile in helplessness. Returning to reality, Officer Go told Ji-yu Hui that after meeting him, he had truly given up. There was no way he could defeat the corrupt ruling class. He could only live quietly day by day. From then on, Officer Go became attached to Ji-yu Hui. Now he finally had the chance to ask how he felt about losing his child. Ji-yu Hui was speechless. He didn't dare answer if he wanted revenge for the boy, then he shouldn't hide anything more, but Ji-yu Hui still refused to speak. Police Officer Go had to make his last move, mentioning Ji-yu Hui's wife's affair with the director. He claimed that Ji-yu Hui was embarrassed because of it, which is why he didn't dare reveal the truth. This unintentionally hit Ji-yu Hui's sore spot. He angrily chased Officer Go out. Seo Dang saw this and immediately pulled him away. Other police officers were asked to keep an eye on Ji-yu Hui. Later, he asked to go to the restroom, so the police were forced to unlock the handcuffs. They led Ji-yu Hui to his house. After cleaning up, standing outside guarding inside, Ji-yu Hui tried to find the exit but couldn't. Unexpectedly, the cleaning lady slipped a black phone into Ji-yu Hui's jacket pocket. He contacted the only number in the phone and connected with Secretary Kim. She was in a truck heading towards the beach. At that moment, Secretary Kim instructed Ji-yu Hui to quickly escape the hospital before being strangled. He had to live to avenge his son. Ji-yu Hui asked Secretary Kim where she was, but she didn't dare say she was hiding. Secretary Kim arranged to meet Ji-yu Hui after everything was resolved. After hanging up, Secretary Kim burst into tears. She really liked Ji-yu Huin, but couldn't help him anymore. Besides, Ji-yu Huin was a married man. Outside the restroom, Police Officer Son came in demanding to see Ji-yu Huin. From now on, Ji-yu Huin's case would be under their management. Then, a police officer rushed into the restroom, dragged Ji-yu Huin out, handcuffed him, and led him away. Seeing the aggressive behavior of the police officers, Ji-yu Huin gradually understood Secretary Kim's words. On the other side, police officers Go and Sezong returned to the station. Unexpectedly, the Serious Crime Squad was there. They would take over the investigation. Investigating Ji-yu Huin's case, police officer Go refused to let them take the case file away. The captain appeared and taunted him, saying he couldn't protect his son, the one who 5 years ago received a black card from the minister to cover police officer Go's treatment costs. The remaining money in the card was used by the captain to bribe police officer Go. Police Officer Go realized that this time the captain was acting on someone else's orders. The two sides argued for a long time. Police Officer Go then turned to incite the other police officers. They are protectors of justice, but they listen to the despicable captain and become henchmen for a criminal. The intention is to cover up the truth. Who will help the victims? The captain was insulted. He wants to fight the police officer. Whoever wins gets their ideals. Both sides are ready to fight. Seo Dong wants to stop them but is pushed away by other police officers. The police officer, due to his old age and weakness, is no match for the captain. He also suffers from back pain. The captain takes advantage of this and attacks the police officer's back. Seeing this, Seo Dong can't stand it anymore. She breaks the glass door and rushes in to check on the police officer. Seo Dong, who originally belonged to the Seoul police team, is now directly involved. Asked to withdraw from the team because she realized the team leader was a bad person. At this time, Secretary Kim arrived at her destination. Two people were waiting for her. They were detectives of Korean origin. One of them was the man Secretary Kim had met at the hospital before. She had hired them to protect her so she could escape abroad safely. After meeting the two detectives, Secretary Kim wanted to ask them for one more favor, to rescue Ji-yu from the hospital. That night, Secretary Kim couldn't sleep because she was worried about Gu's condition. Moreover, there were two men lying next to her. Suddenly, one of them jumped up, startling Secretary Kim. I was on guard, but it turned out this guy only wanted to find food and had no intention of harming her. At that moment, Secretary Kim had a question. Was it the lightning killer who attacked Nam's son in the hospital? The lightning killer began to recount that he really intended to kill Nam's son because he discovered Secretary Kim's secret. However, when the lightning killer ran to the rooftop, Nam's son was dealt with by someone else. Secretary Kim suspected something because the killer's clothing was similar to that of the North Korean lightning killer. The lightning killer suddenly remembered that there was someone in the profession before, a cunning tiger. The hand is extremely quick and efficient. One strike and it's gone. Similarly, in the case of Nam's son, a Ho is an extremely professional lightning striker. Even an entire gang in China couldn't catch the person behind a Ho. A Ho is a director whom even the South Korean police couldn't touch. The lightning striker asks Secretary Kim, "Do you also know who that director is?" But Secretary Kim refuses to answer. The North Korean lightning striker has one last question. Why does Secretary Kim wholeheartedly help Ji Hu-in? Recalling an incident, Ji Hu-in and his wife went out to eat with the director. It was not surprising that Ji Hu-in recognized. After receiving the call, he said he had something important to attend to. In reality, Ji Hu-in wanted to see what the adulterous couple would do. As soon as Ji Hu-in left, Director H and his wife immediately took a taxi to a hotel. The two had sex in the elevator. Secretary Kim saw everything. Following Ji Hu-in's orders, she recorded the entire process. Secretary Kim then brought the recording to Ji Hu-in and, understanding the situation, got out of the car, leaving him alone. Unexpectedly, Ji Hu-in grabbed Secretary Kim's hand and pulled her back. He needed someone by his side. At this moment, Secretary Kim also had feelings for Ji Hui and knew this. It was a good opportunity, but Gu Hui quickly regained his composure, letting Secretary Kim get out of the car and returning to reality. The North Korean judge was certain that Secretary Kim liked Gu Hui-in. She still denied it, but always held her phone in her hand, waiting for Gu Hui to contact her again. On the other side, Gu Hui-in was taken in for questioning because he was the one who killed the hunter. The captain used a lie detector on Gu Hui. However, the answers he gave were all true. The captain remembered from the file that Gu Hui had participated in the Army Special Forces and had several lie detectors. The lie couldn't fool him. The captain decided to directly interrogate him, asking Ji Hu-in where his wife was. Ji Hu-in remained extremely calm. The captain directly exposed him, saying that the last time Ji Hu-in saw his son's body, he had been extremely agitated, but this time, mentioning his wife whose whereabouts were unknown, he was unusually calm. He must know where she was, and he also knew about the relationship between his wife and the director. Ji Hu-in was just waiting for the day to settle things between the two of them. The captain spoke for a long time, but Ji Hu-in still used his right to remain silent. The police had no choice but to bring Ji Hu-in in. Hu-in returns to the hospital room in the evening. A female nurse comes to give him an injection. Hui claims to be a fan of his. The nurse recounts the case of his father being framed and fired by the company. When no one helped them, Hu-in was the one who helped them get justice. The nurse sympathizes with Hu-in's current situation, the weak and powerless who cannot fight against the authorities. The nurse promises to help Hu-in in any way she can. He quickly falls into the trap. Hu-in shows the nurse where he keeps his phone and asks her to get it for him. As soon as the nurse brings the phone to the hospital room, the captain, immediately, they raided the nurse, a member of the Seoul Serious Crime Team. The team leader knew that Hui had used his phone to contact Secretary Kim. He wanted to use the phone to locate her position. Then, the team leader led Hui to the analysis room and forced him to cooperate with Secretary Kim to stall for time. The police only needed 30 seconds to find her location. Hui pretended to agree. As soon as the police connected, Secretary Kim hurriedly answered the phone. Hui's location gradually appeared. Hui immediately warned Secretary Kim, "Quick, throw the phone away." Understanding Ji Hui's intention, he immediately snatched the phone and threw it away. The GPS signal quickly disappeared. The police officer was angry with Ji Hui. The captain stopped him. Ji Hui told the captain that everything was his responsibility. Secretary Kim was not involved, so don't drag her into it. Ji Hui would tell everything he knew. The captain was very satisfied. Afterwards, he took Ji Hui to interrogate him. He recounted the story of Officer Go about a lightning strike and the minister's bribery to cover up the accident involving Officer Go's son. That officer was sitting in front of Ji Hui. He also received money from others to cover up another case. The police officers in the team remembered what Officer Go said last time. Someone said they might not believe it, but now with Ji Hu-in's story, the members began to suspect their captain. The captain angrily chased his subordinates out to talk privately with Ji Hu-in. He taunted and kicked the police officers. If they went out, upon their return there would be a criminal case that would provoke an attack on the captain, and unfortunately, he would be killed. No one left. The chief had to end the interrogation on Secretary Kim's side. The lightning strike said that the police had discovered their whereabouts and they had to quickly flee abroad. Secretary Kim was still uneasy about Huin. Suddenly, she felt dizzy. The lightning strike also experienced a similar situation. Only the lightning strike driver was unharmed. Suddenly, he reached out and swiped his hand across his accomplice's neck, causing him to immediately vomit. Then he turned to attack Secretary Kim. She resisted in vain. At this point, the lightning strike admitted that he was a tiger, and that he was the one who put the sleeping drug in the food. A tiger wanted to deliver the letter. Secretary Kim went to meet someone unexpectedly who turned out to be Director Hong. The nobles were at the base preparing for the next hunt. The wealthy woman wanted to make Secretary Kim her prey, but Director Hong wanted to keep her for a different purpose than Ji Yuhui's wife. Director Hong preferred Secretary Kim more. Secretary Kim contemptuously spat in his face. She asked Director Hong why he killed Ji Yuhui's wife and child. He seemed surprised. Director Hong didn't know that Ji Yuhui's wife had died. At first, Secretary Kim thought everything was orchestrated by Director Hong, but it seems there's more to it. Another part left her extremely confused. On the other side, a junior officer of Officer Go was in the restroom and accidentally overheard the bald captain's conversation. Unexpectedly, he was also bribed. He reported all of Officer Go's actions to someone and simultaneously revealed a secret about the accident involving Officer Go's son 5 years ago. It was the bald captain who covered up the evidence, helping the young officer escape suspicion. After hearing this, the junior officer was extremely shocked and didn't know how to handle it. Next, Officer Go and Seo broke into Officer Go's house. He wants to investigate his wife more deeply. She is an authoritarian person with a style completely opposite to Hui's. The bedroom is divided according to two styles, Hui's classic style and his wife's modern style. One side of the bed is empty, indicating that only one person sleeps there. Based on the cosmetics, this could be the wife's sleeping place. Hui sleeps in the study with outsiders. They are the Kyo family, but inside the house, there are two factions. The wife is on one side, Hui, and the son is on the opposite side. However, the child is not an adopted child, 2 years old because his wife is unable to conceive, but Gu Hui loves his son very much. From the outside, it seems he does everything for the boy. Dong found 2 timetables on the wall. Gu Hui arranged a light schedule so his son could play and do what he wanted, while the mother gave the boy a packed extra schedule, only knowing how to impose her will on her son. It's clear who the boy will love more. The drawing clearly shows that the son crossed the mother out of the family. Seo sat down, analyzed the wife's psychology when she saw, contrary to the 2 men in her house, she not only had an affair with Director Hong but also revealed Ji Yuhui's whereabouts and company secrets through the black phone that Secretary Kim took from the iron cage. The picnic was only known to Ji Yuhui's family and Secretary Kim. However, Secretary Kim, because she loves Ji Yuhui, would not betray him, so the person who informed Director Hong could only be Ji Yuhui's wife. Seo Zong then made a guess. The reason the wife had an affair with Director Hong was because she found the similarity in personality. Both are eternally autocratic. They will eliminate those who disobey them. Hui's wife is also a hunter, and moreover, she is the one who. Police officer Go told Seo Dong not to make a sound. Both were careful of the lightning around them. The lightning man jumped down from the 2nd floor to attack police officer Go. It was too dark, so Seo Dong didn't dare shoot. While the lightning man was struggling with police officer Go, he accidentally pushed Seo Dong down. Police officer Go was also knocked out. Then the lightning man grabbed police officer Go's neck. Seo Dong tried to grab the gun, but the lightning man immediately grabbed her neck, lifted her up, and in a move that Seo Dong often used, she twisted her body and threw him down. But the lightning man quickly escaped and grabbed her neck again. Seo Rong used all her strength to rip off the mask of the lightning strike man. Unexpectedly, he was the director's bodyguard whom she hadn't met before. His face was revealed, he picked up a gun, and a deafening gunshot rang out from inside the house. It was unclear who was alive and who was dead. Meanwhile, Ji Yuhui was taken back to the hospital. Taking advantage of the fact that no one was around, the captain came to see him. He wanted to take Ji Yuhui out to talk, intending to apologize. Ji Yuhui knew the man's hypocrisy but still agreed to follow. After they arrived at the tea shop, the captain went straight to the point, Gu Hui, and asked what he knew. The captain promised that if Gu Hui and told him everything, he would help him catch the evil enemy. Gu Hui exposed the captain. If he remembered everything, the captain would deal with him right there. But Gu Hui and had another plan. He said that he knew all the evil things they did. The director didn't bewitch Gu Hui's wife so that she would harm his son. He wanted to see Gu Hui and suffer and be tormented. Then the director sent the captain to supervise Gu Hui and preventing him from doing anything foolish. Gu Hui and had to continuing to endure the pain. However, the captain denied knowing anyone. The director, Ji Hui, continued to mention three names: the old director of the mental hospital, the wealthy businesswoman running a top Korean company, and the old congressman of the ruling party. So, one of these three people sent the captain to him. Ji Hui's expression began to change. Ji Hui realized he knew too much. Ji Hui also realized the cafe was deserted. Perhaps it was destined to be his grave. Ji Hui didn't want to stay here. He still had to take revenge. Ji Hin's son directly attacks the captain. Both sides engage in a fierce fight. However, due to his injuries, Ji Hin is no match for the captain. He is quickly subdued. Ji Hin pulls out a syringe and stabs the captain in the thigh. He secretly obtained it from the hospital. The captain shows contempt. What can Ji Hin do with a syringe? He sucks air into the syringe and injects it into the captain's neck. This is a trick Ji Hin learned when he was an army soldier. Air entering the blood vessels prevents blood flow, causing a blood clot. Got a person and then left in a car. Ji Hui called police officer Go, but he didn't answer. Ji Hui left a message saying he wanted to meet police officer Go to reveal a truth about the evil demons behind the horrific crime that morning. Ji Hui went to the police station, bringing the gun he had taken from the captain. Ji Hui directly showed his face to the reporters just to have a private conversation with the police chief. The chief led Ji Hui into his office and asked about Ji Hui's purpose. Ji Hui wanted to hand over his case for a police officer he could trust, which was Officer Go. Otherwise, Ji Hui would personally go to the president to ask the chief of police. The chief was extremely angry. This wasn't a request, but a threat. In this situation, Ji Hui had no other choice. The chief had to agree to his request. On the other side, Officer Go and Song were fine, just tired after a night of fighting. Luckily, Seo Dong recognized the culprit's face and even got his DNA sample. Officer Go took out his phone and saw the message Ji Huin had left. Go decides to go find him to talk things out. Leaving Ji Huin's house, police officer Go finds it strange that a professional investigator could so easily reveal his face and leave DNA for Sedong. Furthermore, he let two people survive. He must have another purpose. Unexpectedly, Sedong receives a phone call informing her of Ji Huin's location. She and police officer Go immediately go there. It's an underpass located right beneath the railway tracks, which can prevent eavesdropping. Ji Huin directly asks for help from police officer Go and Sedong. He can't carry out the plan alone. Ji Huin will tell the details later. He knew that the first people to know about the serial hunter case were not Ji Huin, but his juniors, all reporters including Shu Qi, Kim and a couple. They collected a lot of documents about the hunter's victims, most of whom were homeless, gambling debated, and had to flee to the mountains. The biggest contributor to the investigation was Secretary Kim. She contacted a North Korean hacker group and stole a lot of information from Director Hong. No one could have imagined a businessman. The young man is a vicious beast. The group of reporters wanted to ask Ji Hui to publicly expose everything in the news. However, with this much evidence, it was not enough to convict Director Hong. Gin wanted to join the group of reporters to continue searching for new evidence. One day, he wore glasses and followed Director Hong. They discovered him driving up the mountain. The two followed him, but unexpectedly, the director didn't realize he was being followed and deliberately led them there. He had his hunters attack them. The fat man held them off while Gin wore glasses and ran ahead of the fat man. The bespectacled boy was stabbed by hunters. He ran a short distance but unfortunately fell and lost his glasses. Director Hong chased after him and carefully picked up his glasses for him. He told the bespectacled boy that he would kill him in the most cruel way. All of Director Hong's words were sent by the bespectacled boy because his glasses had a special recording device attached to them. Director Hong, a made-in-China product, was furious. Director Hong raised his gun and shot at the bespectacled boy. On the other side, Ji Yu Huin was recording live. Suddenly, the bespectacled boy's wife ran in and said that the bespectacled boy had met with misfortune while following Director Hong. The wife, "Please, brother, save her husband. Take out the audio recording her husband sent. We asked to play it and listen. However, this audio recording alone cannot prove anything. We ask someone to take the man with glasses outside to continue filming." She became agitated, and unfortunately, the man with glasses had a miscarriage, losing both her husband and child at the same time. This caused the wife to fall into depression. Returning to reality, Hui deeply regretted his actions. Later, he sent people to look for the man with glasses and the fat man, but both seem to have vanished from the world. Ji Yu Huin is forced to protect the last remaining member of the main reporter group, Secretary Kim. She resigns from her job as a reporter and returns to being Ji Yu Huin's secretary. Later, he relies on Director Hong's investment money to open his own company, using it to infiltrate Director Hong's company and continue investigating the Hunter organization. However, Ji Yu Huin's actions are seen through by Director Hong, making him his prey. Director Hong plans to seduce Ji Yu Huin's wife and son so that Ji Yu Huin will suffer the pain, while Director Hong stands aside. Ji Yu Huin, receiving the victory, also revealed more information. The reason the director's company has developed as it has now is thanks to the support of high-ranking leaders. They are the real VIPs of the police hunter organization. Ji Yu Huin felt helpless. If these people cooperate, how will we deal with them? As someone who used to work in the media field, Ji Yu Huin knows how to utilize its power to expose the crimes of the evil group. He has a specific plan. At this point, Seo Dong spoke up. She wanted to ask for the VIP list of the police hunter organization. Seo Dong knew someone could make good use of this information. However, when she called, that person didn't answer. Seo decided to go to the workplace to find him, but there was no one in the room. It turned out that the person Seo Dong mentioned was a senior working in the crime scene investigation department. He had collected many DNA samples from unsolved cases. This is believed to be the DNA of someone from the Hunter organization accidentally left on the victim when committing the crime. If compared with the VIP's DNA, the real culprit could be found. However, to make good use of the information, this first requires finding the VIP list that Huin currently has. All that's needed is to steal the DNA of the people on the list to have authentic evidence that the VIPs had contact with the victim. From there, they can proceed with the investigation. Previously, Seo Dong suspected Director Hong, so she disguised herself as a prostitute to approach him. While Director Hong was trying to kiss her, Seo bit him. Director Hong, enraged, turned her off and chased her out. Seo Dong spat out a mouthful of Director Hong's saliva. Returning to reality, the person who was looking for the DNA test results and comparison of Director Seo Dong knew the senior's personality, so he carefully searched through the box. The senior left a secret message indicating that the documents were at his house. Seo Dong immediately took Ji Yu Hui and Officer Go to the senior's house. On the way, Seo Dong wondered why the senior was taking the day off. At that time, Officer Go and Ji Yu Hui told Seo Dong the truth. The senior's office had been ransacked by someone. He might have discovered it, so he took the documents home to hide them. Unexpectedly, when they arrived, they found, hearing the news that their senior had died of a throat infection, all three secretly understood that someone had orchestrated this. Seo almost collapsed. Police Officer Go discovered blood from the killer on the victim's fingernails, but Police Officer Go was shocked that the killer had gone to the trouble of staging the crime scene and not erasing the evidence. He was playing a game. The killer was the hunters from the hunting grounds. Not only confined to the mountains, but now it has spread throughout South Korea, and those who know their secret are becoming prey. The three must confront an extremely powerful force. During the terrorist attack to protect each other, Officer Go led Seo Dong and Ji Yu Huin home. Currently, Seo Dong still hasn't accepted the death of her senior. When she first joined the police force, he was the one who wholeheartedly taught her. The senior once told Seo Dong that if she didn't want to die meaninglessly as a police officer, she had to build a reputation. With a reputation, bad guys wouldn't easily mess with her. Now, Ji Yu Huin is the most reputable, but he still became prey to the hunters, so who else would they be afraid of? Seo Dong, tired, fell asleep. Officer Go noticed her. He had a high fever and was taking care of Seo Dong when his wife suddenly came to see him. Police Officer Go quickly explained, fearing his wife might misunderstand. This time, his wife came to thank him for using money to help her save her shop. Police Officer Go was surprised. He had never done that. The wife told Police Officer Go that it was Captain Baldy who sent the money. Police Officer Go immediately went to see Captain Baldy. He thanked him on behalf of his wife, but at the same time, he had a question. Police officers don't earn much, and Captain Baldy is deeply in debt. Where did he get so much money? Was this a bribe? Police Officer Go had long suspected why Gu Hyen's whereabouts were always discovered by the hunters. The last time Police Officer Go went to Gu Hyen's house, he only told the bald captain. Was he the one who revealed the secret? The bald captain didn't dare admit it. He got angry and left. Police Officer Go could only sigh helplessly. The next morning, Police Officer Go went to see the journalist to ask for his help. Gu Hyen had a plan to expose Director Hong. The journalist used an anonymous account to publish all the content about Gu Hyen's case, which would become a topic. The public's gossip made the police unable to sit still. Hui threw away all his pride, publicly revealing his wife's infidelity to seek justice for his deceased son. The TV station also invited the person in charge of the case, Police Officer Kim Seo-dong, who revealed shocking information about an organization of hunters who prey on people for pleasure. They are demons. Upon seeing the news, the VIPs of the organization also determined that their next target would be Seo-dong, but currently her reputation is high, and taking action would prove the existence of the organization. So I was extremely embarrassed, while Dong continued to challenge him. Although the police didn't have concrete evidence, they did have clues about the group of bloodthirsty demons. She mentioned an unnamed person, the director of a large corporation, who had a relationship with Gu's wife. The director didn't know it was him, and he started to lose his composure. The old Dean saw this and immediately called So-I to ask about the next plan. So-I told the old to just cut off that tail and find someone else to replace him. The director, not hearing this, angrily crushed the cup in his hand. That evening, Gu Hui is training and preparing for action. Police Officer Go comes to pick him up. The serious crime team doesn't know what the two are up to, so they send someone to monitor them. In the car, Gu Hui reveals another secret to Police Officer Go. His wife might not be dead yet. When Gu Hui was tongue-tied, his wife was nearby. Moreover, Gu Hui's son is the illegitimate child of Director Hong. Gu Hui knows this but still loves the boy very much. The hunter really likes Gu Hui's answer. He tongue-tied him so he can keep the secret for life. Returning to reality, Police Officer Go can't. The news is that Gu Huin remembered wrongly. If the boy was the director's son, how could he let someone act so cruelly towards the nothing is impossible hunters? They are demons, not humans. Later, both of them went to the mountain, the crime scene of Gu Huin's son. Here, Gu Huin found the crossbow he used to shoot the hunter. Suddenly, Director Hong appeared. He was waiting for Gu Huin. The police officer asked Director Hong what he wanted. He took out his gun and walked towards Director Hong. Director Hong wanted to kill both of them. The police officer also took out his gun. Director Hong's hunting game ended. He urged him to call out the journalist's name. All his actions were filmed by the journalist. The hunter chased after him, trying to steal the evidence. Police Officer Go immediately intervened. Gu Hyen also rushed in to fight with the director. One guy was stealing his wife, another was snatching his child. Police Officer Go and the hunter faced each other. After a moment's hesitation, Police Officer Go was hit by an arrow. He immediately rose up and assumed a fighting stance, but due to his age and weakness, Police Officer Go was repeatedly pushed back by the hunter. The journalist continued to film to avoid losing face. Police Officer Go counterattacked fiercely, dodging and punching the hunter. He missed a shot. He played dirty, throwing rocks at the police officer, then took the opportunity to pick them up and point a gun at the police officer. Luckily, Seo-dong led the police and reporters to the scene. All their actions would be revealed. Director Hong raised his hands in surrender, but unexpectedly, he took a gunshot. The hunter's mission this time was to help the organization's VIP cut off the exposed tail, Director Hong. After that, he also immediately turned himself in. The only clue was thus cut off. Police Officer Go came to help Gu Huin up. He thought everything ended here. The next day, Officer Go happily went to school to pick up his daughter to go out. He had become an idol to the kids after the fight last night. His daughter was also very proud of her father. He drove his daughter to the shopping mall. Unexpectedly, Officer Go received a call from Seo-dong. On the other end, Seo-dong accidentally found the computer that Gu Hui had used to type the first statement along with Nam Sun's notebook, which marked a difference between the first and second statements. Realizing she had missed an important detail and the case was not yet over, she decided. When Seo Dong went to Hui's house, the two of them were still talking very happily. Seo Dong wanted to walk around the house a bit. She went to the reading room and found what she needed, a book called Psychological Blind Spots. Then Seo Dong went downstairs and saw Hui tying his tie. She wanted to help, so Seo Dong deliberately moved closer to Hui's face, but his expression remained unchanged. Finally, Seo Dong realized the crux of the matter. Hui could control his facial expressions, using them to exploit other people's psychological blind spots. The director didn't think that a celebrity like Hui could. Hesitant to publicly reveal his family's bad deeds, he took advantage of this blind spot to set a trap for him. Seo Dong praised Hui's talent and then turned to leave the house. Hui knew he had been exposed and immediately called someone to handle it. Seo Dong was on her way back, her face extremely worried because she suspected someone was following her. She called the police. We missed an important detail. However, before she could say anything, Seo Dong discovered that the brakes had failed. The car lost control and had an accident. The police were extremely worried. On the other side, Seo Dong was still alive. She tried to crawl out of the car and saw a passerby who wanted to ask for help, but he was the one sent to kill Seo Dong. The man pressed the button to activate the bomb in Seo Dong's car, which immediately exploded. The man checked and reported to Ji Hui and, who smiled evilly. Now Seo Dong was taken to the hospital. Police officer Go rushed to visit. The crime scene investigation team reported to him that the accident was due to brake failure. Police officer Go was angry. The car had just had its brakes replaced. How could it fail so quickly? Someone must be playing a trick. Police officer Go arrested them. The subordinates had to find evidence, but the Big Bang wiped everything out, leaving the police helpless. Seo Dong's current situation hasn't improved. On the other hand, the captain, along with two subordinates, went to Director Hong's house to investigate. He wanted to atone for his crime after being defeated by Ji Huin, having his gun stolen, and then using it to threaten the chief. Based on the building's blueprints, the captain discovered basement number 6, which Director Hong wouldn't let anyone into. He led 2 police officers down there to check. There, the captain found bloodstains in the cupboard. Cold, there were also dismembered body parts. He immediately called the forensic team. This was Ji Hui's wife. After receiving the notification message, Ji Hui pretended to faint in the car, showing grief over his wife's death. Then he went to the scene to identify the body. Ji Hui acted so convincingly that even the team leader was speechless because he had been told the whole truth by a VIP of the Hunter organization. Ji Hui was the one who killed his wife. At this time, Officer Go was in the hospital waiting for Seo Dong's surgery results. He accidentally overheard a colleague bad-mouthing her. Officer Go became angry and punched his colleague. The incident was a painful blow, resulting in his suspension from work. When the police asked about the gun, Officer Go didn't have one because he had a history of mental illness. The gun Officer Go used before was given to him by Song, who treated him like a daughter. After leaving the station, Ji Hui came to pick up Officer Go, and they went out to eat together. Now they are both in the same situation. One is grieving the loss of his wife. Officer Go is tormented by Song's accident. The two raised their glasses, treating each other like brothers after everything they had just gone through together. Ji Hui had just expressed his wish to enter Parliament. Previously, on an interview program, Ji Hui had said that he didn't like getting involved in politics, but to deal with the VIPs of the Hunter organization, he was forced to change his decision. Police officer Go wanted to help Ji Hui, but he didn't need it. Ji Hui wanted police officer Go to spend more time with his family. This match would be extremely dangerous, and he didn't want many people to be dragged into it. Ji Hui's words made police officer Go very grateful. Unexpectedly, he received a phone call from his daughter wanting him to come home early. Police officer Go excused himself and left. Mr. Go continued drinking at home. By chance, Officer Go saw the delivery man holding a knife. He remembered his relatives who had suddenly passed away and feared his wife would be harmed. Officer Go immediately ran to the delivery man. His wife stood up to protect him. Officer Go thought she and the delivery man were having an affair. He became angry and didn't listen to his wife's explanation. He accidentally pushed his daughter, who was very disappointed in her father. The next day, Officer Go went to the hospital. The doctor diagnosed him with symptoms of mental illness. Officer Go decided he found a rented room so that he wouldn't harm his wife and children. He only dared to keep a small cat for companionship. On the other hand, the junior officer sighed to his girlfriend, wanting to quit being a police officer because it had too many drawbacks. Honest police officers were harmed, while corrupt and unscrupulous officers lived well every day. His girlfriend suggested that he become a YouTuber. She had a friend who live-streamed dangerous stunts. Thang also made a lot of money, including one job investigating North Korean criminals. Hearing this, the junior officer remembered the name of the North Korean detective who killed Nam-sun. Before, he and his girlfriend decided to go find a YouTuber who agreed to help. The junior would infiltrate the North Korean hideout. The next day, the junior reported the news to Officer Go. However, Officer Go was not in the mood. Officer Go advised the junior to stop investigating because it would bring a lot of danger. The junior criticized Officer Go for being a coward, saying, "Should we let everyone's efforts go to waste? Besides, who is to blame for Seo Dong's predicament?" The junior ignored Officer Go and decided to do what he thought was right. Before leaving, a junior officer tells Officer Go that Song has woken up. It seems she's looking for Officer Go. Later, he goes to the hospital to visit Seo Dong, bringing her a statue of the Virgin Mary, hoping she will protect Seo Dong. Currently, one of her legs is completely amputated. Officer Go is extremely heartbroken. Afterwards, Officer Go goes to the church to confess his sins. He hopes that from now on, no one else will enter his life. Everyone who comes to Officer Go has to leave in pain. He'd rather live alone than be like this. The VIPs of the Hunter organization are discussing finding a replacement. In the position of director, they need someone who will become a scapegoat when the organization's secrets are exposed. The rich woman really likes Hui's taste because of his intelligence and popularity. The young commander also thinks it's a suitable choice, but if you choose someone too smart, you might get bitten back unexpectedly. A tiger comes along. He has handed Secretary Kim over to the VIP. Now he needs money to return to North Korea. The young commander has someone take good care of a tiger. He is led away by Mage. Unexpectedly, a man in black appears wanting to ask a tiger for a kidney. Then a tiger escapes to an internet cafe. Unexpectedly, the boy, the junior and the YouTuber appeared when the junior introduced himself as a police officer. Ahu immediately ran away. The two discovered this and quickly chased after the female officer who was lying in ambush outside. As soon as she saw Ahu, she cleverly drove her motorcycle to chase him, forming a pincer movement to corner Ahu into an alley. He tried to resist, so the female officer pulled out her taser and accidentally shot the YouTuber. The junior rushed forward and tackled Ahu. The female officer then kicked him, and in the right spot, Ahu's internal organs were ripped out, causing him to lose his ability to resist. After subduing Ahu, the junior began taking his statement. Ahu admitted he is the one who attacked Nam-sun. However, unexpectedly, the person who gave the order was Ji Hui and who used a computer to hire a North Korean investigator to deal with Nam-sun in the hospital because Nam-sun discovered inconsistencies in Gu Hui and statements before and after. No matter what, the junior found it hard to believe. A tiger told about the Hunter organization. Now the hunting grounds are spreading throughout South Korea, and he and everyone here have become prey. Suddenly, a group of men in black came and blocked both ends of the path. A tiger's words were truly prophetic. The hunters will kill anyone who knows the secret. The organization took down the tiger gang. Suddenly, a smoke bomb was thrown from nowhere. A man wearing a gas mask emerged from the smoke, hitting each hunter on the head to rescue the trapped people. They all got into a car and fled. It turned out the masked man was the bald captain. The junior officer burst into tears because he almost died. That morning, Police Officer Go was at the hospital taking care of Seo Dong. He saw the news about Gu Hui's political career and was extremely proud to have saved a potential talent. Unexpectedly, a female nurse brought a family photo of Ji Hui that Seo Dong held tightly. At this moment, Seo Dong woke up. Police Officer Go showed him a crucial photo that Seo Dong said was in this picture. She mumbled something to confirm it to Police Officer Go. So, Police Officer Go went to Ji Hyun's house to reinvestigate. Following Seo Dong's instructions, Police Officer Go found the book on psychological blind spots. At the same time, the photo of Ji Hyun's son showed that the boy was left-handed, so the X mark would indicate the opposite direction. The X mark on the painting was drawn by a right-hand person. Police Officer Go remembered that Ji Hyun was right-hand, so the X mark proved that Ji Hyun wanted eliminating the wife. Police officer Go also discovered a burnt family photo of Ji Yu-hui with a different corner missing. The photos hanging in the house prove that they were not taken with the same camera, but by someone else. In Ji Yu-hui's statement, he said that he personally took the photos of his family. There is something deceitful here. It's possible that the entire statement was false from the beginning. Ji Yu-hui's family never went on any camping trip. Police officer Go remembers something Ji Yu-hui once said: hunting grounds are not only in the mountains but throughout South Korea. This house could also be one of them. The hunting ground, in other words, is the first crime scene, and Ji Yu-huin is the real hunter. Police officer Go comes to talk to him, but Ji Yu-huin still acts very friendly. Officer Go gathers evidence and begins to make initial deductions. Ji Yu-huin strangled his wife at home. The indentation on the bed was left by that action. Second, he took a photograph, hid his wife's body in the car, and took his son with him because the boy had witnessed the entire crime. After that, Ji Yu-huin set off for the mountain to build a house, a staged crime scene where he transforms himself into a victim of a crime, framing the director of the guest house, who is not a hunter but a victim caught up in Gu Hui's crime. He even self-harms, cutting his own tongue to make the play as realistic as possible. Unfortunately, he is discovered by someone. Gu Hui and shoots and kills this person, then drags the body to the edge of the forest, turning him into a hunter. He erases all fingerprints so that no one can find his true identity. Gu Hui and even carefully leaves bullet marks on the tree trunk. Finally, he, returning to burn down the house to erase all traces, back to reality. Police officer Go confirms Gu Hui's true purpose is to gain people's sympathy so that he can more easily enter the political path. Furthermore, Gu Hui certainly has the backing of the old ruling party congressman, the director of TH, who is not as clear-cut as Gu Huin, which is why he was eliminated by the VIPs. At this point, police officer Go asks Gu Huin what he just deduced. Gu Huin remains silent, not answering. He takes the police officer's pen. Gu Huin knows there's a recording device inside. The sound showed a mocking expression towards Officer Go. Then it went off. After that, Ji Yu-hui gave a triumphant smile. Officer Go's suspicions were completely accurate. But now what did he have to arrest Ji Yu-hui? Officer Go was extremely angry. He grabbed Ji Yu-hui's shirt and was immediately dragged outside by everyone. Before leaving, Officer Go swore to expose Ji Yu-hui's hypocrisy. However, just as he went outside and was calling for help, he was suddenly hit with a stick. Several men in black arrested Officer Go and took him to a room. The commander of the group in black is the old director of the mental hospital. He manipulates people's psychology, saying that Officer Go has gone mad. He's angry because he himself is completely normal. The director still ties up Officer Go. At this time, Ji Yu-hui receives a call from a VIP, ordering him to perform a mission to demonstrate his loyalty to the Hunter organization. Ji Yu-hui goes to Officer Go's house. His mission is to kill Officer Go's wife and children. The wife, unaware of what's happening, still welcomes Ji Yu-hui enthusiastically. He receives a message that all the surrounding CCTV footage has been dealt with, so he can be safe. Gu Hui was about to strike, but he discovered a mini camera hidden under the table so the VIPs could watch the killing process live, and also to preserve evidence in case Gu Hui betrayed the organization. However, Gu Hui didn't want to harm the police officer Go's wife and child, so he stalled for time, stealing a knife from the kitchen. After going outside, Gu Hui told the VIPs that he needed to use the police officer Go's wife and child for other purposes. However, this mission had a specific target, so Gu Hui attacked the bodyguard. His cruel expression perfectly met the VIP's expectations. The next day, Gu Huin brings police officer Go's daughter onto television, exploiting her to boost his own fame. Now, police officer Go is missing. Huin promises to find her father for her. After the interview, which was scripted by Huin, police officer Go's daughter is brought out. At that time, Huin reads his speech. He wants to help the victims seek justice because the VIPs at the head of the evil organization are all high-ranking officials. A small citizen can't do anything. Huin wants to walk the political path, step by step, exposing the crimes. The audience begins to sympathize with Huin's style, unaware that the biggest devil is here playing tricks. On the other side, the police are constantly being injected with a drug that causes people to lose their memories and gradually go insane. This drug was created by the old director to control the henchmen in the Hunter organization. Once they lose their memories, they will readily obey any order, turning into loyal dogs. Director H also uses this drug on the security guard. Initially, The security guard was a naval officer who came to investigate. Treated at the psychiatric hospital, the director gave someone a drug that caused amnesia to easily subdue him. The deranged security guard gradually lost his memory and became a VIP supervisor. Director Hong returned to reality. Police officer Go also realized he was gradually losing his memory. He recorded things he needed to remember, reminding himself how he had been deceived. After being taken back to his private room, the doctor had Officer Go meet someone he didn't expect to meet, Secretary Kim. She had been brainwashed and now only remembered Ji Yu Hui, constantly muttering his name. Worried about Ji Yu Hui, the police officer was furious but didn't dare tell the truth. Secretary Kim was agitated. Outside, the doctor saw that Secretary Kim still had her memory and asked if she needed another injection. The old director thought that, like dogs, humans only need to remember their owner, which was the only remaining memory in Secretary Kim's head. After Secretary Kim left, the police officer remembered everything, no matter how many injections were given. But Ji Yu Huin's evil face still appeared. The police officer angrily punched and shattered the mirror and screamed. The doctors had to come in to restrain him. At this time, the bald captain led his subordinates to assemble with the police officers. They decided to reinvestigate the truth of Ji Yu Huin's case before his disappearance. Police officer Go had called for help from the team, which included 2 officers from the Serious Crime Unit and the head of the crime scene investigation team. The bald captain followed Officer Go's instructions and investigated the Serious Crime Unit captain. They discovered that he frequently visited a cold storage facility before finding Ji Yu Huin's wife's body. The victim's body showed signs of freezing and thawing multiple times, along with a photo of the captain. The team leader carrying a large styrofoam box proves he was the one who moved the body from the cold storage to the director's house. Because of this, the head of the crime scene investigation team brought in a sniffer dog. Searching the entire mountain, they couldn't find Ji Yu Hui's wife's body. At the same time, the identity of the hunter on the mountain was determined to be a biologist. He went up the mountain to pick butterfly flowers and unintentionally became a victim in Ji Yu Hui's scheme. Several ball team leaders were discussing when suddenly the team leader arrived, leading a group of hunters to deal with the situation. Those who intended to investigate should have just kept quiet and lived peacefully. The bald captain was also angry at the captain for a long time. He immediately smashed a cup on his head. The hunters rushed forward. The bald captain volunteered to hold them back so his subordinates could escape. He was hit by a hunter and knocked unconscious. The junior escaped, taking with him the information he had gathered from the investigation. He asked the journalist to write an article about the truth of Ji Yu Hui's case. On the other side, Ji Yu Huin visited Seo Dong. Looking at her current condition, he also told her the whole truth. Ji Yu Huin's wife is the person suggested that she and her son leave. On the surface, Ji Yu Huin's family seemed extremely happy, but inside, Ji Yu Huin was manipulating and imprisoning his wife and son. He was angry with his wife and unfortunately, he accidentally strangled her. If only his son hadn't seen it, Ji Yu Huin wouldn't have harmed the boy. If only Seo Dong were permanently in a coma, Ji Yu Huin wouldn't have ended her own life. Ji Yu Huin prepared a dose of medicine for Seo Dong. She was terrified but couldn't scream. After dealing with Seo Dong, Ji Yu Huin went to the psychiatric hospital. He found the police. Seeing Ji Yu Huin's condition, he was extremely pleased. Then he went with the old Dean to a private room. There, the old Dean suggested that Ji Yu Huin be a guinea pig for the newly created truth-telling medicine. Ji Yu Huin agreed. Taking the opportunity, the old Dean probed him. He asked Ji Yu Huin why he decided to join the Hunter organization. He explained his ideals. The elite make up a small percentage but have a great contribution to promoting social development. Therefore, they must have the right to rule over the inferior humanity. To Ji Yu Huin, hunters are not demons, but supreme beings. Two great ideals meet, with the VIPs of the organization being merely tools for their pleasure. Here, the pleasure comes from killing. Ji Yu Huin also devises a method of training people similar to dog training, pushing someone into despair, then appearing like a god, giving them hope, pulling them out of the abyss, so that they accept and follow his commands. Ji Yu Huin successfully applied this method with Seo Dong. Police Officer Go and Secretary Kim built trust among everyone on the other side. Police Officer Go is praying for his family. Ji Yu Hin arrives safely and says that his prayers have been answered. Ji Yu Hin takes Officer Go's wife and children abroad. Ji Yu Hin tells Officer Go that his wife hugged him to thank him. Officer Go is angry because Ji Yu Hin made fun of his wife and children. He puts on a provocative face, saying he's just raising a few more dogs. Officer Go just laughs. He has a question for Ji Yoo-hin. How could he shoot and kill his son? Ji Yoo-hin doesn't care because the boy isn't his biological son. Officer Go wonders another thing. Why does Ji Yoo-hin have to be the best? Intending to join the hunter organization, Gu Huin carefully turned off all cameras and went to security before answering the question. Gu Huin wanted to personally eliminate the evil demons to be praised by the world. His answer, which he considered cool, was met with utter contempt from Police Officer Go. After Gu Huin left, Police Officer Go was taken to the operating table. Next to him was his secretary, Kim. The doctor was preparing for surgery when Police Officer Go attacked. A fierce struggle ensued. The doctor took Secretary Kim hostage. Fortunately, the rescue team arrived in time. They took Police Officer Go and Secretary Kim away. Afterwards, they went to find the evil police captain, giving him a memory loss injection, making the captain obediently follow his orders. He led the police and the journalist to the VIP's secret base. Here, there was ample evidence proving the existence of the ruthless hunter organization. At this time, Ji Yoo-hui went hunting in the mountains, not knowing who his prey would be this time. The VIPs were also preparing for battle until Ji Yoo-hui received a recording of a conversation between him and Police Officer Go. Ji Yoo-hui then realized that he himself was the prey. It turned out to be a letter. Secretary Kim didn't lose her memory. She was completely lucid and realized Gu Huin's devilish face. While meeting with the police, Secretary Kim gave him the listening device that Gu Huin had given her while on a mission to monitor Director Hong. A clever move, a case of the tables being turned, caught Gu Huin off guard and brought him back to reality. Gu Hui remained unfazed. The roles of hunter and prey could be switched at any time. The wealthy woman became the first target to be taken down. Her female bodyguard had changed allegiance. Gu Huin would become her better leader. The hunt continues. At midnight, the VIPs were chased like chickens by Ji Yoo-hui and had to flee into an abandoned house. The old, Dana director, was defeated. Ji Yoo-hui pointed his gun at the young marshal. The old senator, fearing for the young marshal's safety, requested a negotiation with Ji Yoo-hui. But Ji Yoo-hui was in a winning position and wouldn't easily compromise. The old senator, terrified, decided to betray the young marshal. Ji Yoo-hui told him to put down his gun. The old senator pretended to obey, intending to shoot Ji Yoo-hui, but Ji Yoo-hui recognized him and dealt with him first. Now only the young marshal remained. He begged Ji Yoo-hui, saying that his grandfather could help him win the election. Ji Yoo-hui begins to hesitate. Suddenly, Officer Go appears, pointing a gun at Ji Yoo-hui's back. A man like him becoming president would bring ruin to the entire country. Ji Yoo-hui has a gift he wants to give Officer Go, to meet the young enemy who killed his son 5 years ago. Officer Go will choose to kill him for revenge or kill Ji Yoo-hui to save him. Ji Yoo-hui tells Officer Go to go ahead and erase the evidence, leaving it to him, but he can't bring himself to do it. Ji Yoo-hui thinks Officer Go is a coward. If the young enemy isn't decisive now, then later they will be. Officer Go raises his gun once more. The young commander begged Ji Yoo-hui to shoot quickly, but the police officer actually fired, only crippling the young commander's legs. Every evil person must receive punishment. Now it was Ji Yoo-hui's turn to directly challenge the police officer. He said he would kill Ji Yoo-hui and then question himself. He mentioned the police officer's family. If Mr. Kai Thai's wife and children were in trouble, what would happen? The police officer hesitated, but Ji Yoo-hui tripped him. The police officer tried to grab the gun, but Ji Yoo-hui kicked it away. Both decided to fight hand-to-hand. The police officer took several punches in quick succession, with Ji Yoo-hui trying to strangle him. He pulled out a knife from his pocket and stabbed Ji Yoo-hui in the thigh. Both were almost exhausted, but Officer Go still managed to stand up. A short while later, a car came down the mountain, and Ji Yoo-hui was thrown into the forest. Officer Go spared him and returned to Seoul with the bald captain. He reread Ji Yoo-hui's report, secretly thinking he's truly a genius novelist. On the other side, Ji Yoo-hui was discovered by a passerby, but he seemed to have no memory of what happened. A month later, Officer Go retired and opened his own boxing gym to train his students. The young man from the police station, his wife and children are also living comfortably abroad. The police officer, while visiting Seo Dong's grave, accidentally meets her twin sisters. The image of the talented and beautiful police officer returns. Others also have new lives, while Hui still doesn't know who he is in this world. People are always dragged into a bottomless abyss by ambition, mistakenly believing their own position and writing a novel of an unreal life. Have you ever read a book and seen yourself in it? Are you a character? Please comment below to let the admin know. Thank you for watching the whole movie. See you in the next clips.